from the internet and around. We're back again. Again, we've had a little bit of a break, but that's more than likely my fault. But
Yes, it is.
I reckon too that this will be the only game that we have during December because things get weird in December. Just saying. So we might pick it up just after January, but we'll talk about that. And it doesn't probably matter to you people in internet land here because you're probably watching this months after the fact that it's actually been put up. But there you go. So where are we at, Libby? It's your turn to shine again.
Well, after we killed the skin saw man, we burned all the fungus in the room, which made us all feel better. Apparently, it cured the unknown diseases that we had. And among our numerous items of booty that we found was a stalker's mask. Unfortunately, due to the
evil nature of the stalker's mask,
proclivities, we had to get rid of it. We burned it. And then we decided.
Who did that?
Maywin took some time to collect some eyeballs to give to the raven who she talked with before entering the manor. We left the chamber. Maywin tied on a rope, and she jumps into the hole on the east side of the cabin and secured the rope. And one by one, each member of the party used the rope to guide themselves to the ledge. Except Arvin, of course, slipped and the knot came undone. But Maywin was able to arrest his descent and pulled him into the chamber. We all got into the chamber safely and soundly, and it was heaped with foul-smelling bones. Arvin searches it, and Thaven detects no magic. Arvin finds a strange bit of stone that looks like it's been carved with brown staining. It looks like a wing, a part of something else that is probably the broken bookend upstairs. We head back up into the house, and Thaven finds an exceptionally fine-looking pickaxe in a room full of mold. But he leaves it because he's just too cowardly. He doesn't want to get around the mold again. Arvin and Siren check it out, the pickaxe. Siren throws the torch onto the mold and a heap of spores spew out. He takes a lungful while Arvin manages to hold his breath. Poor old Siren lost 2 points of constitution. And Thaven runs back to watch the cleric coughing his lungs out, thoroughly enjoying the sight. The spores burn quickly from the flames, and the flames, so the area was cleansed. Sauron gets the pickaxe, and Thaven identifies it as a +1 heavy pickaxe. Sauron keeps that. We follow the tunnel to the east, and Sauron smells a horrible rotting meat smell in a chamber whose floor is littered with carcasses. He detects evil, and that's when he spots a massive winged figure hanging upside down from the ceiling. Is that an undead bat? Arvin targets the Skaveling with Smite Evil and hurls his javelin and heavily wounds it. The Skaveling flies directly at Arvin and flyby attacks but misses him. It flies back to the ceiling. Sauron enters the chamber and sends up a wall of fire in front of the Skaveling, blocking it off from the rest of the room. That wall of fire dealt damage and fully wounded it. Thaven enters the chamber and sends magic missiles into it, further damaging it. Arvin holds his action until the bat shows itself. Maywin enters and fires an arrow, but misses. The Skaveling begins to move itself off down a tunnel, but the wall of fire deals more damage and it kills it. Arvin searches his pack for marshmallows as we wait for the flame wall to abate. The northeast tunnel ended in a chimney. Thaven searched the carcasses, and they were all dark gypsy-like, and found a body that was missing an arm. And on one arm, it had a ring, a long sword that was made of adamantine. Arvin took that. And also the body had a hat of disguise. David took that, and we also scored 56 gold. The head of disguise will come in handy as we head to Magnimar, so that David can disguise himself as Foxglove. We head back up the stairs and enter a room with workbenches. It's an arcane workshop. Sauron uses his religious knowledge to absolutely know nothing about the books whatsoever. Sauron uses his religious knowledge to find that whoever was investigating the books was trying to learn how to turn into a lich. We noticed a 7-sided box in the southern window's stained glass. The picture depicts the rotting body of the man in the northern window's stained glass. And he turns to smoke and enters the box. We return to an unexplored room. The room had a low cot and a dresser, but both were empty. At Thavin's suggestion, we return to Aisha's room and find nothing. In the private study opposite her room, we find nothing there either. We return to the library and examine the angel bookend with a broken ring. We decide what to do next and decide to make camp outside the manor. As we leave it, all the ravens have left. Maywin drops the eyeballs in disappointment. Luckily, there was no ancient green dragon to interrupt our rest. Darwin healed all of us and removed the disease from Maywin, Thaven, and himself. And Thaven puts on the hat of disguise and appears as Maywin. He'll be able to impersonate Foxglove at Magnimar and get the list of victims from Zanisha's men.
Well, there you go. Oh, now I can hear myself echoing. Libby?
Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Now, I'm going to, people on the internet, pause for just a moment because for some reason my little webcam window is on my screen and it's really bloody beginning to bug me. So I'm going to see if I can fix it. Might be a tick. No, I'm technically inept, so the screen has to stay there. Next time I'll make sure I uncheck the selection. I had a few problems with it before. Okay, so Libby was actually enlightened me to the fact that they did do quite a bit last week. Well, last time we played, I actually thought we did a lot of nothing, but they actually did quite a bit. Okay, so you had camped outside the mansion and gotten everybody to feel better again, which is a little disappointing. And what are you doing now?
We're going to the big smoke, aren't we?
Seems like the only appropriate thing to do.
So you're not returning to Sandpoint at all, you're just heading off to Magnimar?
How far away is Sandpoint, time-wise?
Sandpoint's about an hour and a half away, I think.
Oh, well. That
From-
means I can
from
go
memory.
I can go see, he says, Amico. So that's a good idea. Let's do that.
You don't have to, but I'm just wondering. Like,
No,
I
I
mean,
have to. She's
is
my
it-
true love.
is there anything that you want to do there? It's a good
Oh, yeah.
question. Oh dear. So, Foxglove Manor, hang on, what are we? We're 1, 2, oh actually it might be quite a bit longer than that. What do you do, about 8 miles an hour on a horse or something like that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. 30 kilometres a day. 30 miles a day, actually.
Okay, so that's not 8 miles an hour, is it? 30.
Unless we want to march all day and march all night.
Well, it takes you away from Magnimar, because Magnimar is actually south of where you currently are.
But what does everyone else feel?
From a particular time to Mag, if we are, why travel? Why travel an hour and a half in one direction only to turn around and come back again?
Because Amico wants to see me.
I don't know. The note didn't the note say that they were meeting the skin saw man at some stage shortly?
Was there a note, was there?
There was.
Did I have it as a handout?
No.
Did.
Oh, shh. You would have spent hours looking for that.
Well, I'm currently looking for it still, so. No, I don't think it's that one. However, maybe it's that one. Is it this one?
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the one.
Okay, so just to remember to a reminder, it's Eldon, you've served us quite well. The delivery you harvested from the caverns far exceeds what I had hoped for. You may consider your debt to the brothers paid in full. Yet I still
2 days' time, so we don't have time.
Yet I still have need of you, and when you awaken from your death, you should find your mind clear and able to understand this task. More than in the state you lie in as I write this, you shall remember the workings of the Sidereal ritual. I trust you seemed quite lucid there at the time, but if you find your rebirth you have forgotten, return to your townhouse in Magnimar. My agents shall contact you there soon. No need for you to bother the brothers further. I will provide the list of proper victims for the Sidereal ritual in 2 days' time. Commit that list to memory and then destroy it before you begin your work. The ones I have selected must be marked before they die, otherwise they do my master no good and greed in their souls will go to waste. If others get in your way, though, you may do with them as you please. Eat them, savage them, or turn them into pawns. It matters not to me. Zanisha, Mistress of the Seven. So, it sounds like you're going to head off to Magnimar then.
Magnimar.
Okay. I love that word. I'm just reading something at the moment. Okay. So you ride off towards Magnimar. How long does it take for you to get to Magnimar? Surely that's something they put in the module. I don't know why I'm opening the actual book. I'm reading the stuff that comes from the blah blah blah. Puts an end to numerous clues indicating blah 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 blah. See, I put this all together about 3 weeks ago, and now I don't remember a thing of it. Okay. Right. No, it doesn't tell me how long it takes to get from Sandpoint to Magnimar. So let's ask Google, because that's a question it will surely know the answer to. Yeah.
Is there a world map or a region map?
There is, but I remember, I think I was actually a bit confused.
Now it's piled with egg, so be careful, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
I got a bit confused about this when I was actually putting the details in, so I went looking for a map and it's not terribly easy. Okay, Google tells me that it's 54 miles from Sandpoint to Magnimar. Magnimar is 54 miles. Travelling time when on foot is 3 days and 3 hours.
Lucky we have horses.
You have horse flesh. Indeed, but you need to take a couple of days basically to travel to Magnimar. Let's see if anything nasty happens to you. Oh, almost. That ancient green dragon was almost there. Oh, Libby's gone. Where?
He wants to come back.
I know, I have to find my hangout. Invite Libby. Should have known she wasn't there. She's normally the most boisterous amongst you. Can't believe Google knows how far it is from Sandpoint to Magnimar. And not only does it give me those details, it tells me how far Magnimar is to Jandelhalov, to Riddleport, to Kavosa, and to Sandpoint. It's just
I wouldn't be surprised if it has a Google map of Galarian.
probably. Okay, so Libby, are you back with us? No.
She's pointing at her earphones and waving her hand at us.
Yes.
Waving in her video.
In her video. You can't.
Somebody
So,
muted her.
can you hear us, Libby? Yes, you can hear us. You just can't talk to us. Why not?
Suppose that is
Play charades.
Oh, I'm gonna have to put this on the screen that's being recorded just for
How good
fun.
is your sign language?
So have you turned your computer off and turned it back on again? I would suggest that you turn your computer off and turn it back on again, and we will re-invite you. Spoken like a true IT support man. It obviously happened when she put her headphones on. So if she reboots her computer with the headphones on, I'll just pause the video while we wait for Libby to get back in. Righto, we're back. Libby has returned and she has voice, which is a wonderful thing. See, there is truth in that old adage from us IT guys that say, have you tried turning it off and on again?
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay, so the group travels along a well-travelled road called the Coast Road, I believe it is, that travels their way down to Magnimar. Now, Magnimar is a far cry from Sandpoint itself. In fact, it's a massive city that's, pardon me, that has sort of like a, oh, pardon me, a huge bridge that goes across, or it's a broken bridge, admittedly, that goes across its harbour, and it is has been there ever since sort of like Magnimar's been founded, and people believe that it was once used by giants, etc. So I have an image here, I believe, of Magnimar, just to get a bit of flavour going. Is that it? That's it. So share that with everybody. So generally, you can see in that image that there are buildings that sit on top of the bridge, and that's where most of the rich people live.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And down the bottom is sort of like called in the shade. If you're in the shadow of the bridge, that's generally where the poor people live and whatnot. So you arrive in Magnimar.
What's the big black tower in the back?
That's where Sauron begins his career, I believe. If you look really carefully, you can see a flaming eye sitting on top of that big black tower. In other words, I don't know. Although I do have the Magnimar source book, I believe, and I could find out if I wanted to, but I don't. So there you go. It's nothing for you to worry about. Sure, that's what they said when they built the big gates at Mordor. Okay, so the townhouse itself, Alden Foxgloves. So you're heading to his townhouse directly, or what?
Well, did we get a good look at him when he was he vampiric looking, or did he look normal when we saw him alive?
We saw a picture of the skin saw man.
Are you?
Right. So I need something to base my disguise upon.
No, well, you spent time with Alden before he was even afflicted.
Oh, good then. So we've got an image in mind. So I'm going to use my hat of disguise to take on that appearance as we arrive in town.
Okay, not a problem.
I want to buy some arrows and also see if I can find some potions of healing.
Okay. Right. Oh, be aware that my main connection is intermittently dropping in and out. I'm going to need to reboot shortly.
Oh, that was lovely.
It was the cat.
Then may I suggest your cat has problems?
Yep.
That was a heck of a hairball.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So you head into Magnimar itself, and you go to the market district, and you can pretty much buy a lot of what you need. I think I've got the stats for Magnimar somewhere.
Except we don't have much money.
Well, some people have spent it. Other people have kept theirs, from the sounds of it.
Yep. I got 6 platinum pieces.
Ah.
17 gold, though. The rest is kind of crap from there on.
Oh, actually, I think there's a section about Magnimar in the notes that I may have added.
What's the platinum worth? Is it 10 to 1?
Doesn't say anything about Magnimar.
No, I may not have made it public yet. Maywin's pants.
Oh, I can collect all the royalties on my song.
Yeah, because there's a totally, music industry that collect royalties for artists in this game. What's it called? Pathfinder.
Yeah, what? There's a guild.
Crikey,
Honest guild members will pay their dues.
I'm playing Pathfinder. Somebody save me. Where's the bit about Magnimar? I'm sure I stuck it in. Or not. Okay, I must not have. That's really annoying. Because I like you guys to have this sort of information. Maybe it's in as appendix. No. Righto. Part 6, Part 7, Appendix 3 is Magnimar. There we go. Appendix 3, Magnimar. So you can purchase anywhere up to 75,000 gold pieces worth of goods whilst in Magnimar without sending the markets broke. And there are definitely healing potions in there as well. So what sort of healing potions are you after?
Healing
Yeah.
wand.
You want a wand of healing? What sort of wand? Or what?
5th level. It doesn't matter because I can use it anyway.
I know, but what? But is it cure moderate, cure light? What sort of wand?
Cure light. Cure moderate would be too expensive. Cure light's probably going to be too expensive, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Okay. So
I'm interested in cure medium potion. Cure medium wounds.
okay, cure medium. I'll have a look at that in a tick.
Potions.
Yep. Wand, cure light wounds. So you wanted a 5th level?
Yeah, well, that's the minimum level for a wand.
Oh, okay, righto. So 750 gold for a wand of that style.
Yeah, I thought so. Too expensive.
Okay. Righto. 750 gold. Now, potion.
I've got 6 platinum pieces.
That's 60 gold.
Oh, is that only 60 gold?
Yep.
Never mind.
Okay. Potion cure moderate wounds is worth 300 gold pieces each.
Well, can't afford that either.
Oh. Well, what do cure light wounds cost?
50 gold.
50.
Yep.
Oh.
What a rip-off.
What have we got to sell in our sack?
Well, that's a good question.
We've got a +1 leather armor to sell, a +1 war razor.
Not selling +1 war razor. I use that every morning.
I found it funny. Oh, I do have appendix for Magnimar.
And anyway, we need a +1 War Razor because there is a dearth of magic weapons. And we
Well,
need
nobody wanted
weapons.
it. It's just being carried in a bag.
No, it's not. I've got it. I said I wanted it.
It's not on my notes.
Well, it's in my inventory.
Okay. We've got the +1 leather armor.
I know we're
We can
exceedingly well off.
Sell that.
Oh, crap. So, +1 leather armor, did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's find out how much money that's worth. I think it's worth 2,000 gold. But right. Leather armor. It's not in there. Gee, it's been a... Where are we? Pathfinder. Pathfinder. There we go. Wait for that to log on. Go to the home. Go to magic items. Go to armor. +1 armor is worth 1,000 gold. Plus leather, I think, an extra 10 to 14, is it?
But how much do we get?
+1 leather armor.
Okay, so it's worth 10. So it's 1,010 gold. And it is used. Let's face it. We'll give you can get 700 gold out of it.
Alright. So what's that do to us?
I'll pop so we're happy to do that.
Yes.
Who has it in their inventory?
I just took
It
it
was
out
just
of
in my
mine.
bag.
Okay.
Oh, did you?
So I will put 700 gold into this and oh god, 702, and then we will distribute that amongst the group. So each of you got 140 gold.
Ching, ching, ching.
I've got. What about jewelry and stuff? I've got a pearl ring, which I have no idea, other than it's not magical.
Do you remember where you got it from?
Let
No.
me see. Pearl ring.
Oh, area B32, Skinshaw.
Area
Ring
B32.
of jumping and a ring of protection.
B32. The feeding cave.
On that dark gypsy-like creature that had a missing arm.
Yep.
And on its one arm it had a ring.
Okay. That's in Thaven's inventory, which is pearl ring. There it is. Ah, okay.
Get it evaluated.
B32. Okay, so it'll cost you.
Who's got appraising skill? Is anyone really good at appraising?
No.
No.
Oh God.
It'll cost you 5 gold to have the ring appraised accurately.
All right, I get it appraised.
Okay, it's worth 300 gold pieces. And the appraiser will buy it off you for 250.
All right, add that to group loot.
Group loot. Wow,
Wow.
you're feeling rather magnanimous. I would have just put it all in your
Well,
pocket. It was in your inventory. Just think of all the carrying that you did for that.
I know, but we are in Magnimar, and it's magnanimous to be in Magnimar.
I was waiting for that to happen. Righto. Okay. So you have all
Michael's
had
magnanimous.
you've all had an extra 50 gold pieces added to your thing.
So how much is the cure light? How much is the cure light wounds?
Cure light wounds are 50 gold pieces each.
50 GP each.
Yep.
And how much was that wand?
750.
Gold pieces.
Yes.
So I've got 707. No,
Wow.
I got 807 gold pieces. Is it better to have the wand?
How much?
Yes, yes and no. Depends on the circumstances. Potions are great for in the middle of combat, and you're gonna take a swig from a potion, and although you will attract an attack of opportunity. Whereas a
Well, we
wand,
could all contribute toward buying a wand of cure light wounds.
yeah.
And what would the wand be good about?
Well, the
It's
wand
got
good when
50
you got a bit of downtown, yeah, and it's got 50 charges, so it's like having 50 potions of cure light wounds.
Well, I think that's the way to go because we've got a cleric. He can
And a
always
bard.
do healing mid battle.
And a bard.
And a bard.
Okay.
Will not be minimized.
Well, I'll contribute definitely to a wand, but I
And
have
the
to have enough
paladin
to
as
get
well.
some
We've got a lot of
arrows.
healing.
Yeah, and the paladin too. He shall not be minimized either.
Okay, so
Oh wow, 3 healing sources.
yeah,
Let's go for the wand.
Well, if we all contribute 750 divided by 4,
yeah, that doesn't work.
I know.
Matt's rebooting at the moment, so
750 divided by 4. 187.50 apiece.
You can do it through the treasure system, can't you? Put in a negative number.
so how much is it going to cost?
187.50.
No, we'll put in 750, negative 750, and then divide it amongst us.
Okay, I can do that, I suppose.
I've done that, I think. I'm pretty sure it works.
Does
Okay.
everybody agree though?
Yeah, I think so. And the only one who's not here.
Matt?
Oh, this is Matt. I agree.
Objection. I'll be right back.
Oh God. I shouldn't find that as funny as I do. Righto, so who's going to hold the wand then?
Oh.
There.
Someone who can use the wand.
Well,
Well-
except the ranger.
Yes,
The
And
one who
it-
doesn't be able to have any capacity to heal herself.
and eventually the ranger. Don't rangers get spells eventually?
Come on, hang on.
Yep. In fact, she should have some spells, I would have thought.
Well, if she's got her spells, then she can use it too.
But
Because she gets divine spells.
do they get wand? Do they get cure light wounds though?
Rangers.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, I would have thought so too, but not 100.
Okay. But let's face it, it's theoretically either going to go to the bard or the cleric. So who's
The bard or the paladin? I think he should go to the bard because he doesn't like to melee as much.
Well, I would have picked the bard or the cleric because you're traditionally the support roles, but it's your party. You do what you want to.
I don't think I need to
as a
war.
cleric, I think we should give it to the bard.
It's a little bit unfair seeing he's not here, but okay. I'm totally sold that was definitely Matt speaking to me, although the absence of the Aquaman voice was a bit worrying. So that goes to Faven.
And it adds to my collection of wands anyway.
Right. Did that remove money from everybody?
It doesn't look like it took money off me.
Okay. Right. So, Arvin, inventory. Wow, you've got shitloads of cash. I mean, you've got no cash at all. Right, so I have to go back and sort of replay in my head what Libby said. How much was it?
187.50.
187.50. Oh, shit. My brain's not in capability for that at the moment.
Okay, I'm back.
Woohoo!
Sorry.
That's alright. I think Matt probably needs an invite from me to get back into the chat. So we'll bring that across.
Phew.
Now, 187.50, righto. So,
So did we buy it?
yes.
Well, my numbers are still the same.
Yeah, I'm about to fix that. I'm
sorry.
in the process.
Don't mean to rush you.
Yeah, you do.
I've got to buy some arrows.
Righto. So I have just dealt with Arvin. Now, Mayowan. Inventory. 187 off that. That's a nice even one. That's not. And I got it wrong anyway. Oh, God.
Hey.
Righto. So that's Mayowan done. Okay. So, who else is involved in this Thaven? 187 off that's a nice even number. It is that number. But then I need to give you that number and add 5 on there. So that's Thaven done. And last but not least, young Siron. Are you with us now, Matt?
Totally.
Totally. By the way, you just bought a wand of Cure Light Wounds. And
Very good.
you totally agreed to allow the bard to carry it.
The bard.
Yes. Apparently. It was,
Now, didn't I hear him say he was, blessed with all kinds of healing? Shouldn't we be giving that wonderful wand to somebody who is not so blessed, considering that he considered them to be one of the healing classes?
Well, I don't have used magical device, so I couldn't use it, could I?
do you have spells?
If you can cast divine spells and one of them is Cure Light Wounds, then you can use it.
I
Yeah.
don't know if the ranger spells are divine.
So, They-
Ranger spells are divine.
they are. But whether she gets Cure Light Wounds, I don't know. So let's have a look. How
I'll
about it?
look and see. I've got a list of them. Oh, no, I don't. I thought I did. Never mind.
I'm looking at the moment. It's all good. Spell
Pure
list.
moderate ones.
Yeah, we're talking about Cure Light though.
Cure light wounds when you're on 8th level.
Yeah, Cure Light Wounds is a 2nd level ranger spell for her. But yeah. So who's getting the wand? Even though I've currently given it to Fagan. Come on, people. Let's get involved.
I'll
I
take it.
thought Mayowan should have had it.
Well, Mayowan can now afford potions and pots of healing because you all chipped in for the wand.
Mayowan's usually shooting arrows, and it's a reduction in our melee capacity, our damage capacity if she is using a wand, whereas it's not such a big deal if I am.
Oh, well, that's true.
Okay.
Well, I'll buy a couple of potions, I guess. How
Well,
much are they?
If you want a cure moderate, they're 300. If you want a potion of cure light, then they are, what are they? 50. 50. Yes.
50 gold pieces.
Yes,
Which and a platinum piece is 10 gold pieces.
that's correct.
So I have. Well, that means I can only buy one.
You should still have quite a bit of gold there as well.
You've only got me at 19.
Oh, okay, that's right. You were pretty close to the thing. So do you want one potion of cure light wounds?
Sure.
Okay, it is. Oh. Why did that not distribute?
I'll edit this and put down. Oh no.
Ah, because I was spelling Maelwyn really, really wrong. That's why.
AERWN.
Okay, so take your 5 platinum pieces off your character sheet.
Make that one.
Now you want some arrows as well.
Yeah, I better get 20.
Okay, they cost 1 gold piece.
41.
So take a gold piece off, and I have. Oops.
I just added it to my arrows.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, I had 21. I just changed it to 41.
No worries. All good. Anybody else shopping?
No, but I'm heading up to the temple.
Okay. What are you heading to the temple for? So the temple of
Sarenrae?
Sarenrae, that's the one. By the way, is she proficient with heavy picks and stuff like that?
Is she heavy? Look, she's Sarenrae. She is a mighty, mighty warrior who ascended to god. If she wanted to be proficient with a heavy pick, she would be proficient with a heavy pick.
Okay, let me rephrase that then. Are you proficient with a heavy pick?
I don't know whether I am presently.
Because you do have that magical heavy pick that you took, I believe.
I do. It's there on the character sheet. It does
Yeah.
say heavy pick +1.
Do you
Yeah.
have martial weapons?
Do I have martial weapons?
I think-
Are you proficient with martial weapons?
No, I think they're proficient with all simple weapons and the weapon of their god. I think that's how clerics work.
Unless they're a war cleric, war god.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain that Sarenrae's favoured weapon's a scimitar.
That sounds about right. Let's see. Quick Google search on that. Favoured.
Do we know where Thingy lives?
With
Yes, because you found the documents and stuff like that for the deed to the house, so you sort of know the address and whatnot.
Excellent. We should be able to pull a con off really easy with all these legal documents.
Clerics are proficient with all simple weapons, light armor, medium armor, and shields, except tower shields. Clerics are also proficient with the favoured weapon of their deity,
which is a scimitar.
which is a scimitar.
Yep.
So, just saying that if you go to use that +1 magical pick,
Does the paladin have a magic weapon?
I don't know.
I'm asking him.
James?
I have a +1 longsword,
Excellent.
and I have an adamantine longsword as well now.
You do too. Then do rangers get martial weapons? All martial weapons?
I believe so.
Well, it would be better with the ranger then.
Carthus, Ranger. Weapon,
So-
proficient with all simple and martial weapons. Well, I was also pointing out that maybe it's better off being sold.
Oh, no, not if the ranger hasn't got a magic weapon other than that pick.
Dunno. Libby, do you have a magical weapon?
Do I have a magic weapon?
Yes.
No.
Well, then it would serve us better for her to have a magic weapon for those creatures that need magic weapons.
Are we talking about that razor thing?
No,
No,
wait.
Now the green mold encrusted heavy pick +1.
Oh, you make it sound so appetizing.
No, the mold was burned off.
Oh, good. So you're not afraid of the mold now.
It was burned off and cleansed.
And washed 3 times.
No, I don't have a magic weapon.
Sorry, you do or you don't?
Sure.
So you taking it or you're not?
Is that a proficiency I have to use that?
Yes.
Yes, you're proficient with it.
Sure, I'll take it.
Okay, are you giving it up now, cleric? Now that I've dipped into your inventory and told people that they should really take stuff away from you.
Just waiting for my LAN connection to come back up again. Can people hear me yet?
Yeah.
There we
There's
go.
also that razor. I could use the razor if he wants to keep the pick.
Okay.
You can have the pick.
I've just given you access to part of the story stuff, which is a sheet, and that's the Appendix 3 of Magnimar.
The City of Monuments.
Indeed. It's got pictures and stuff like that of, peeps.
Ocean plight.
It's got a
Two.
It's got a map. You could probably work out what that tower is almost from this map.
It's got a map.
It doesn't let me open the map until you share it with us, I don't think.
The Lord Mayor. Oops.
Ooh.
Shoot.
Found the Foxglove Townhouse.
I can't move it. Oh, there it goes.
Is it marked on the map, is it?
Yep.
Oh yeah, so it is. Along with other stuff I probably shouldn't have shown you. Oh dear.
Oh, there it is. Yep. Yeah, and there goes the map.
No, I'm about to reveal the bits of it that I'm happy to reveal to you. But I possibly shouldn't have been so trigger happy. In thinking, oh, that's just an appendix. There's nothing on there that could be worrying to me.
So there's an underbridge.
Lost a bunch of it. Oh no, there's back. Part of it's back. Where's that bridge? Oh, Lost Coast Road. Is that how we came in?
Yes, she came down the Lost Coast Road. Yep. And that
Here's
massive.
the Foxglove Townhouse.
Okay, so the portion that is a little bit brighter than the rest is the actual area that's above the lower portion. So you can see sort of like the darker areas down from that segment.
Gotcha.
There's a cliff that runs through there and comes down. So you've gone to the market area, which is pretty much surrounded in this sort of top. I'm
The
waving.
Capital District.
Yeah, up near the Alabaster district, there's a sort of square with sort of some markets and stuff like that. And you do your shopping, you get your wands and stuff like that. you go to Sarenrae's temple, which I believe is also in the capital district. So what are you doing there, oh priest of Sarenrae?
I'm knocking on the temple doors, making sure that people are going to let me in.
Well, the doors are swung wide and open, for they welcome those that would come in and worship their gods.
Very good. I enter and look for some priest who may be wandering about.
Okay, you find one of the temple clerics tending to shining the golden sun of Sarenrae.
Ah, very good. It's worthy work. Ask him if the head of the temple might be available to spend 5 minutes with me.
What would you seek to hear from our wondrous leader? He says.
To hear from? No. This is a visit. I seek to make a donation to the church here in Magnimar.
Ah, very well. He says. The Father Curtis would be more than happy to take a donation.
Yes, I'm sure Father Curtis would.
And he says, this way, and he leads you down the back of down a little side alley that goes up through a tight hallway into an unassuming, i.e. covered in gold door, with sort of like implications of suns and decals like that all across it. And they open up, and there is a portly man dressed in the white robe with the golden sun upon its chest, sitting behind a desk. You can see he's just dealt with his morning repast and is finishing off the last crumbs of a muffin that he's eaten. And he looks up at you and he says, What's the meaning of this, young Beatrice? And she says, Oh, but this person here is here to make a donation to the church. I would love to sit down and have a great conversation with this young worthy man. And he looks at your holy symbol and he says, and a man of the cloth too, I see.
Certainly. We all be brothers and sisters in Sarenrae's service. Speaking of which, Sarenrae has blessed me with great boons over the course of the past few months, and this church seems to have much work to do with those that live below the shadow, bringing the light of Sarenrae to those people. I bring, therefore, a gift of 500 gold to assist in those ministrations, such that those poorly people might see the light that Sarenrae offers to give.
He says it's a substantial donation. What do you seek in return?
I seek nothing in return. What I wish is for Sarenrae to be present, and to be a guiding light to those that live in the shadows of Magnimar.
Well, I am sure that Sarenrae herself looks down and shines her guiding light upon all that you do. I will take that donation and shall slip your name into a sermon this weekend, sir?
If only it pleases Sarenrae.
Oh, of course it would.
You got to tell him your name.
Who is this guy?
He's the...
This is Father Curtis of the Church of Sarenrae. And I am poor lowly Saron, Sarenrae's humble servant.
Well, he says, I would surely expect more of this from the Paladin caste, but it is a gracious undertaking that you've taken, and we will accept this and mention Saron's name in the next sermon I give.
I have far fewer sins to atone for.
All right. Very good. Nice touch. Good way of giving away lots of the cash that you make. Good work.
Yeah.
Righto.
I'll trust that you'll deduct that from the treasure.
Oh, will I? Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that then.
Feel free to take it out of a stupidly, ridiculously large copper piece total.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's actually 18 gold. I hope you know that.
That's right. That's a good
Um,
start.
Okay, so
I go to the money lenders and get it changed into proper gold.
I'm just that's fine. You can
Oh.
do your conversions.
Not that I've got any anymore. You've stolen it all.
I didn't steal any. Righto, so 18 gold off that, and then 62. So that makes how how are you affording 500 gold pieces just quietly?
So the 8 platinum gives me
80.
where am I going to get to?
I don't know.
18 plus
62 is 80, so that's 345, 425 gold you got.
Oh, okay. I'll give them 400 instead of 500.
Dodgy bastard.
I'll toss him up. I'll toss up the 100. I don't want him to lose face. I'll take that off mine.
Righto. 80, so
As usual, his holiness knows no bounds.
342.
We should go see a seamstress then.
Righto, so have you taken it off yours?
I have.
Okay, very good. At least somebody's capable in this group.
Using maths.
Right, okay. So now we've all handed over 500,000 smackaroos to the Temple Church of Sarenrae, worthily, of course. I mean, I see no problems with that whatsoever. Where are we going from there?
Are we off to the
Townhouse?
townhouse? Yes.
Off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of
Let us
Oz.
visit Foxglove's townhouse. Now,
Okay.
are you going to disguise yourself?
I am, yes. I check my
David?
mirror to make sure that I appear appropriate.
Oh, you have a look inside the mirror and you look absolutely brilliant. In fact, you don't even recognise yourself, which is a good thing, seeing it's a magical item to disguise yourself. In fact, you sort of...
And to get into the role, I'll go over to Marwood and give her a kiss.
Did Foxglove ever kiss Marwyn?
No, he was too shy.
Well, there you go.
I'm expecting a slap in the face.
Gag.
Gag.
Don't get too close, I might throw up on you.
Well, that was encouraging. Okay, so you head towards the townhouse, which is located in the Grand Arch district, not far from Star Silver Plaza. Now, Star Silver Plaza is where you did a bit of shopping. Okay, as you or head towards it, you see the townhouse itself. It's a building that appears to be about 3 stories tall. And you can see that there are boards that have been nailed over the windows on the ground floor.
Well, I will act offended. And what is the meaning of this? Lackeys, go investigate to see what the hell's going on.
Okay. Apparently your lackeys aren't rushing anywhere.
Off you go, lackey. Go check the door. Well, your eyes will be for the crows.
I think Maywin's still got eyes for your crows.
Don't forget, I'm very good at close range shooting.
Well, what's going on?
Lackey doing anything?
Maywin gives Thaven a disgusted look, as well as Sauron, and heads to the manor house.
Okay.
Just remember, I'm not Thaven. I'm whatever his name is.
he hollers out in the middle of the street. I am not Thaven, I am Foxglove. You would do well to remember that. Right. Do we have James with us or not? Because he looks like he's dropped out as well. James? Wow, I don't know what's going on with the connections there in Newcastle.
Bloody NBN.
Bloody NBN. So
I don't think it's the NBN that's dropping out. It's my router is having real problems this evening. I don't know what's going on there.
well, James
Dropping
is
James is gone.
yeah, he's totally dropped out. So
Did he have to restart again?
I don't know. He didn't say anything. He's just dropped. So I'm gonna pause the video again and wait. We'll wait till James appears. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a drink as well. So see you people from the internet. Go! Yay! Matt, James is back now, so it's all good. He got lost in the land of Internetlandia. And has resurfaced, so we can get back into it. So, Maewyn stared angrily at Cyron and wandered off down the street towards the house whilst Lord Foxglove was telling his lackeys to get moving. That's where we left it. You guys would know that because it was about 3 seconds ago, but there you go.
I prod the paladin with my walking stick.
Yes.
Go forth, young scum, and find out why my palace is boarded up.
I'll walk up to the door and see if it happens to have a lock on it that will suit this key that looks like a lion.
Oh, look, that's me with a walking stick.
Okay, you walk up to the front door, which is not boarded up, and you attempt to place the key with the 2 lions inside it, but you see that it's just a completely wrong size for this particular lock.
What about the iron key
The
with the opal?
iron key with the opal. Where's my story stuff? There it is. Skinsaw murders. There we go. The vent, the grave. Laurel's workshop. That's what I want. Okay. So where's the treasure? Where's the treasure? Oh, okay.
Arvin also has a key ring with many keys on it, so.
It's totally not what I was looking for anyway. Nope. Jeez. I'm just having absolutely no luck with this program tonight. It hates me. Maps. Foxglove. Manor. Caverns. Forrell's Laboratory. That's where I was. Shadow box on the ground. Creature. Blah blah blah. What? Treasure. Okay, you try the one with the opal on it. Is that what you're doing?
Mm-hmm.
It fits perfectly and turns with a click.
That opal key, was it magic?
Oh, it's magic. Yeah, no.
Yeah. Didn't someone get, I might be mixing my games up. Didn't we get a chime of opening?
Yes.
You have a chimes of opening, yes.
We do. All right, good. Don't forget that.
Okay,
Okay, well,
open the door.
out of the way, slackers. Let your lord and master in.
Okay. Righto. So you burst into the room?
Well,
Or into the hallway?
Stylishly enter the room.
Okay. You stylishly move forward, clicking your walking stick upon the ground as you move into the entranceway for Alden Foxglove's house.
Yes. As if I own the place.
Okay. Because of course you do.
I do.
I know. As you enter the room, you sort of glare around. You can see many entrances. There's a stairwell that goes up to the next floor, etc. A hallway that moves further down, and you can see a sitting room to the right with its door slightly ajar. It's quite dark in here, but you hear something moving further down the hallway.
I cast a light spell down that direction.
Okay. You cast a light spell, and you hear somebody say, "Oh! Oh, where did that come from?" And you see a woman step out of a room that's further down underneath the staircase. She looks like this, maybe. Would actually help if I was looking in the images section. Oh, wrong picture. Ah, yes. Hang on. I'll
I
even
wonder if Foxglove knows spells.
mask something.
He's a man of many talents who's always improving his skills.
Yeah, sure.
Let's hope the housekeeper knows that.
Well, she's just a housekeeper. Who cares? I'll beat her up.
Wow. Oh my god. Okay, so here comes the picture.
Oh, it's Aisha.
She steps out into the hallway and she says, "My love, what are you doing?
Ooh.
Where has this magic come from?" She glares at the glowing ball of light right near her. And then you hear further footsteps from further behind her, and she turns with alarm as you then see this figure walk
It's crowded for a boarded up house.
up the hallway. "My love, what is going on here?" as he eyeballs you further in the hallway. "And who, may I say, are you?"
Are you trying to tell me that Elder Foxglove is down there?
Yeah.
Because the same picture is still there.
Yeah, okay, well, if you hadn't gotten rid of it, people, I just added Alden Foxglove's image because he walks up from the hallway. Who are these interlopers, Aisha?
I turn around so I can't see my face.
Yeah, righto.
Oh,
I step forward and say, "Who are you, imposter?" We've escorted Master Foxglove back to his home.
I'm sorry, but you will see that I am Alden Foxglove, and this is my home. I do not believe that I need to answer questions of interlopers that would break into my own abode.
I believe you do. Do you not know who I am?
He looks you up and down.
Do you recognize me?
He says, "You would be... And he licks his lips. Mayowan? Of Sandpoint?
And how do you know that?
For we met there, did we not?"
Met there, as I recall, sir. I saved your life.
Of course, of
Along
course.
with my companions.
Details. Aisha says, "Well, I have not made the acquaintance. I am Aisha Foxglove, and whilst I feel like I should be, thankful for you for saving my husband's life, I do also want to question why you think you may freely enter our home."
Because that man is an imposter. We saved Foxglove's life.
She laughs with a beautiful lyrical laugh, and she walks over to Alden and she places her hand on his chest. She says, "Believe me, my lady, he is no imposter."
Well, then I suggest you try our foxglove out, and it'll change your mind.
Wow, Madeline the pimp. Alright.
Isn't she dead?
Yeah, she is.
Right. Both of them are dead.
We see dead
do.
people.
Yeah. Well, I'm confused as to how they can be here.
Oh, am I allowed in yet, or am I still
Yes,
waiting for an
yes.
invitation?
Hurry up, lackey, and bring my luggage.
It doesn't change your voice, though, does it?
Yes, but I'm performing.
Okay,
first.
give me an acting roll.
Performance role.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those things.
One of those.
Perform. There's no general perform as such. There's perform, dance, perform. Is there another thingy?
Going for a bluff or something like that?
A bluff? Yeah, we could. That's not good, but we could.
Well, there is a perform acting skill. That's the thing.
Is that? Well, I don't have it.
There you go. So you're doing an awful job of his voice. So it's sort of like
Bluffing.
the job that you did when you did Matt's
Look at that bluffing.
Matt's Aquaman voice. Okay, so that's your bluff skill. So let's go an insight test. Got that stuck in my head now. Okay. You see Alden sort of steps forward and he says, "Stop impersonating me. I demand it immediately, or I shall call the guard."
Or I'll turn around, step up to him and say, "My God, sir, will you just stop impersonating me or I shall call the guard." And then I'll go over to Aisha and grab her into my arms and give her a passionate kiss and say, "I've waited so long for that."
Okay, she evades you. As you start coming towards her, you see she ducks around to the other side of Alden and says, "Stop it! Stop it at once! This foolishness must end."
Well, is that any way from a wife to treat her husband?
"I have been with my husband for the past week. Why would I expect you... Why would I even doubt him?" she says.
He's an imposter.
"Ah, but he knows all of my most secret insights and the words of when he first met me. What were they again?" And she looks at you.
Tell her not to worry, but that you killed her up at the manor. So you know it's not her.
First words that he said to her.
Mm-hmm.
How much is your dowry worth?
She laughs. She laughed slightly and said, "Well, anybody could guess that." She says, "Perhaps we should all just sit down and calm ourselves for a moment. Perhaps you should come to the kitchen and we will discuss what it is that you are here for. For obviously there is some kind of criminal intent that you have."
Nonsense. I have a paladin to prove that I have no criminal intent.
Well,
Sorry, I thought I was just your lackey.
Paladin lucky.
regardless, let us all just be seated.
Very well.
There you go. And she, wow, I probably would have
How
changed.
long does she think she's been here? I ask her how long she thinks she's been here.
You mean how long do I think I've been here? She says I have been here. We've been here for over a month since. Oh, okay. There are no steps. By the way, I completely and utterly got it wrong about the layout of the place. I forgot there was a map.
Oh, good, another map.
Another map. So I'm about to sort of reveal where everybody is currently.
Well, I'll tell her that I have, until 2 days ago, I was at Foxglove Manor.
That horrid rundown place, she says.
And it just so happens that your husband and yourself were also there.
Impossible.
My thoughts exactly.
So he came through that door, which you can see behind. Let's add you guys to the map.
Imagine my surprise after Lord Foxglove gave us permission to stay in your town, in his townhouse, to find another pair of you already here.
She just looks flatly at you and she says, I do not feel that you are surprised by this at all. Unlike ourselves, who are just innocent people living our lives and being accosted by imposters that would come to our door.
Then why is your house boarded up? As if no one was meant to be here.
She says, how impertinent of you, we are having it renovated. We are
That's a terrible comeback.
We are beginning to work on we're beginning to set it up so that the windows may be protected from the outside decorations.
Ah.
I did say she stepped behind him as he moved towards her.
Who's Eildon?
Eildon?
Eldon.
Yeah.
His name is Eldon. Eldon
Eldon.
Foxglove.
Oh. Oh, that's right. Somebody spelled it incorrectly. Right, I rip out my drawings of Eldon that I picked up and say, well, can you explain these, which I brought back from Foxglove Manor?
What are the drawings of?
Marwyn and Eldon.
He says they look like they've been drawn by some idiot.
Yes, exactly. You, my good sir.
I do not see how that is possible. I have not been to the manor for some time now.
And I claim to have been there with you 2 days ago.
I was here 2 days ago. In fact, boarding the windows happened 2 days ago. I have many people that can attest to my presence here.
Well, I have many people, including a paladin, who will attest that you were at Foxglove Manor.
Well, then I would say to that paladin that he has been fooled.
I would say that you're trying to fool us right now.
Says the man that is dressed as me, speaks as me. The only one here with any deception in their heart appears to be you, sir.
Ah, yes, but if you had known the real Lord Foxglove, you would understand why I am in this disguise. For there are forces afoot that threaten his life.
Then I would hear of these forces, for I am he.
Then it's a sad thing for you, sir. I hope you survive the week.
So you will not tell me of them?
Who's the on the note we had a sister of something or other, and was there a
Zanisha.
name? Was there a yeah? Well, there was a name. Righto. What? I'll ask him what that name, if he means anything to him.
Zanisha, you say?
Yes.
Well, perhaps it's best that we talk of these matters whilst Aisha prepares us a meal. Come through and be seated at our table.
What? You have no servants?
They have been sent away whilst the work is to be done.
Well, anybody else got any bright ideas?
I'm going to detect evil.
I hide.
Oh dear. Okay, you detect evil, and both Aisha and Alden wreathed in waves of evil.
I shall relay that to Siren and anyone else who can hear me quietly whilst not telling those people.
Well, you're just going to steal all the killing fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to concentrate on Alden Foxglove in the attempt to see if he's got some sort of glamour or magical illusion upon himself.
Okay. So you're detecting magic?
Yeah, may as well do that. He won't know. If he's not a magic user, he won't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but it is obvious that you're casting spells.
Well, I'll disguise it as if I'll say that I'm casting a warding against evil spirits to protect the house.
Okay. Right. Now, I need to get a picture. I wonder if I actually already did that picture. No, I didn't.
But I was also just trying to do a perception roll to see if you can.
Oh, okay. Righto. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. You glare carefully at this pair and see if you can see anything weird or odd about them, but you decide that they're not. But as you sort of like your eyes glaze over a little as you try and stare constantly near you, and they watch as Arvin mumbles something to the people behind him. And as you do that, I'm going to put a picture up in the here.
A beholder comes out from the cupboard.
Yeah.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that.
Especially in Pathfinder. And immediately we get sued by Wizards of the Coast.
Well, it's an Eye Lord then.
An eye tyrant.
Yes.
Righto. You see, as Arva mentions that and your eyes glaze over, they... Where are we? Images, there.
I need to dispel
folder.
magic.
Oh, crap. Sorry, people, I'm doing something on a different screen. And it's not playing nice. Which doesn't surprise me in any way, shape or form. They never bloody do with me. Right. That's now in there, so that should now appear here somewhere. Maybe. Let's have a look at new. Jesus. Why did that not work?
Ah, dang, get him at a third level.
And you hear Alden just say, his voice sort of drops just to a monotone, and he says, "They have made us, my love." And their bodies shift and ripple until they look like this.
Oh, I love it when a plan comes together.
Roll initiative.
Yeah, there is that.
Creature.
Yes, I didn't want you to know what it was. Although, I suppose it doesn't really matter.
They're Zygons.
Or they could be faceless stalkers.
Well, they could be that. That is true. Okay, so we need Maewyn and Cyron to roll initiative. Libby?
Libby's muted.
Uh-uh.
I'm doing it. Hang on, I forgot where it is.
Damn internets.
There it is.
Okay, Maewyn, you are the first to react after these two beautiful humanoids turn into two incredibly ugly humanoids.
And I was so looking forward to a dance.
I'm not sure which Alden to attack.
Well,
Wow,
the ugly
attack.
one, obviously.
So he,
Yes, the one standing next to Aisha.
well, he doesn't actually appear as Alden anymore. He is now that horrible red skin-like creature. But anyway.
Just justifying stabbing Thaven for all his insults from before.
Well, when somebody said the ugly one, and I went, hang on, Thaven's only got an ugly personality.
Excuse me, I have massive charisma.
Massive.
Massive.
Righto. Okay, so anyway. Maewyn. Oh, I suppose I better step into it. There we go.
So I will make a full action attack where I can do my 4 shots.
Okay, well you can't because you got to draw your bow. And that has to happen as a move action. That's why you.
Those are both full attacks.
That's why the feat quick draw is exceptionally useful.
Okay. Then I'll make use my point blank shot
Okay.
to get a +1. But I do get my 2 shots, right?
As long as it's not a full attack action thing, sure.
So I'll pull out my bow and I use point blank shot for a +1 on attack and damage. And I'll shoot Aldern. It's Aldern.
Mm-hmm.
So I could shoot him twice.
No. Wow.
What? Wait a minute. I don't have my +2 on this one. Sorry.
You don't need it. I don't think.
Okay.
I both got, and then damage would be.
Oh no, you put 2 arrows heavily into the creature's body that once resembled Alden. Tick-tock.
Here, don't.
Then Alden moves to there and then to there. So anybody with a melee weapon in hand, oh that's right, nobody, can make
I have a walking stick.
You can hit him with a walking stick if you wish. Oh, actually, no, you can't because you haven't acted in the combat yet. Only Maelwyn would have had that opportunity. So he moves to that point there and targets Thaven.
I'll have. That's not me. I'm Eldon.
Targets Alden.
Elder.
Never give up the roll.
He has flanking. So we add that number in, and then I get to roll an attack, I suppose. He lashes out with his fist.
I'm trying to think why you wouldn't. Ha!
And he misses you. But Aisha immediately reacts as well. But she gets... Why are these things? They've got longsword and slam attack. Well, she can't draw a longsword and do it, so she might just go for 2 slam attacks against you. So... First one. Misses. You duck and dive and twist and turn and struggle to keep out of the way of it, and the GM's dice just don't do anything for him whatsoever. She attacks twice and then steps 5 foot back. Thaven.
Oh, that's me. I'm Thaven. Okay.
Correct.
You're not fooling me. Oh, in that case, I shall freely move over there because the GM hasn't locked me down. Ha ha ha!
So he gets an attack of opportunity against you.
Does he? I'm just staying adjacent to him.
How did you not stay adjacent to him?
I did stay.
Yeah, I know. All the attack of opportunity needs is for you to move more than 5 feet.
Yep.
Oh. Alright, wrong game. Alright, we'll just go with the 5 feet then. Or one of those weapon thingies that I've got somewhere. Longsword and shield. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay. You draw out your longsword and shield. And make an attack.
Well, oh, if you're going to let me, I will, yes. All right.
Why would I not allow you to make an attack?
Oh, because I'm drawing 2 things at once. And
Well, yeah, I think I'd be a bit rough to do that. Besides, you're absolutely hopeless at attacking as I am, so that's all good.
yes.
Righto. Then you click the down button.
Oh, yes, that's right. God, I'm forgotten everything, you know. This
you
is what
didn't
happens when you
attack
don't play for so long.
Yeah, I know.
I shall step up to Aisha,
Step up.
drawing my long sword.
Why do I have a critical one? Oh, because it's Pathfinder, that's why.
I shall.
Oh,
And I shall miss.
you will. Everybody's got bloody bad attacks. Let's see if Siron can change it. The only one that's worth of anything is Maelwyn so far.
I shall not charge, so I'll wander up to Aisha.
You know they're evil. Because he told, Arvin told us.
Yes, I'm aware that they are evil. They are unfortunately doesn't appear to be undead.
Oh, sorry.
So, because I have +1 base attack bonus, I can draw and walk at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I shall wander up to Aisha and I shall wave the masterwork scimitar in her face and say, "Shall we dance?" So targeting Aisha.
You're going to move your piece?
Must I do everything?
Yeah, kinda.
What is it that you? What weapon are you using?
My masterwork scimitar. And I shall. Ooh,
Yes. Awesome. Right, that brings us around to that pressing of the down button.
that one.
Yeah, that one. And leads us to Mayowen.
I shall do my 4 shots using rapid shot and mini shot.
He's right next to you.
Well, I can step away 5 feet. What does that mean?
What do you mean? What does it mean?
Why did he say that?
Because if you started using a ranged weapon within 5 feet of an opponent, they get attacks of opportunity.
Oh, thank you very much for reminding me of that. Wait a minute. Okay. That gets a -2. So let's see. Mini shot goes first. First attack fires 2 arrows for mini shot. Isn't it full? I'll hit. I'll go for her first.
Okay, step back and pop one into Aisha. Second arrow sticks out of the wall beside her.
Kiss me.
Oh, the back of Sauron's head. Ooh, it's a critical.
Yes.
And then I'll take my last shot and go for Alder and see if I can finish him off.
Holy crap.
Yeah. 2 criticals.
Oh, it's not dead. What the heck?
Right. Not dead and certainly not happy. Alden, 5 foot, steps up to the only person who seems capable in this group to hurt him.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, no, to the only person that seems capable in the group to hurt him. I know she's a her, but she's the one hurting him. This is my English. My English is good. And lashes out twice at Mayowen, cursing himself for targeting the tricksy Thaven before. Yep.
That's Alden to you.
Yep.
Imposter.
But again, he doesn't seem capable of doing anything. Aisha, confronted by the tank and the cleric, lashes out with 2 attacks against the cleric.
What?
Seems fair.
She goes, I see how the dice are rolling for the GM. I need to at least make some kind of attempt at doing something well. She misses with the first and again with the second. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I bothered. Oh, actually, she's only going to attack once and she draws a longsword. And that's what Alden would have done as well. I've just suddenly realised they are super good using a longsword and super crap at punching things. So they've both drawn their longswords. And in that case, there's Oh no, she can't because she did a move action. Righto, David.
What's flanking?
Gives you a +2. And
Two,
so,
right.
yeah.
We're playing too many different games.
If you go to the plus and minus, the modifiers section in the top right, I've actually stuck it in there so you can just press the button for flanking.
Modifiers.
There's a
Oh yes, right. Okay.
see, and it will automatically add that. So
Yeah. Longsword attack. Oh God.
do you get 2 attacks?
No, not yet.
Arvin.
Okay. Well, we shall continue attacking Aisha this time with our full attack. And we get 1 hit.
How rude, she says.
Ooh.
As I take a 5-foot step and I say unto Aisha, get but one opportunity at this. Cease your hostile actions, converse with us, and tell us your masters or face our steel. And I'll hold my action until such time as she raises that long sword in anger again.
Well, if you move anything, even a 5-foot step, it means you can't hold your action. You can say all that stuff as a free action, but any movement negates being able to hold rest of your action.
All right, okay. I will say all those things, and I'll take the 5-foot step, and I will lose the option of taking the action then.
Righto.
You would anyway, because we're starting a new round.
Well, no, that's not how holding actions work.
Oh,
He-
good. I'm glad to know that.
They cross rounds, etc. Maywin.
I'll do the same thing before. Let's see.
I whisper to Aisha, Maywin will not give you that same opportunity.
As Aisha takes an arrow to the throat.
Is that one? Oh, wait a minute. This needs to have a -2 on it. Sorry. Goodness.
That bloody cat.
that cat has got a problem.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter.
And then Aisha drops to her knees with a second arrow piercing her chest.
It's chest. It's a monster.
I know, Alden lets out a scream as he seems to address your question, young Siron, and he says, the 7 will have your skins. You will not stand against them. And then lashes out with a full round attack against Mayo and his longsword flicking out, and also a tendril coming out to smash her.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Right, so looks like I probably hit with both of those. Oh my god. Okay, so the first one is the longsword as he cuts Mayowen for a mighty 5 points of damage. Bloody hell. But then the slam rushes out, hitting her powerfully and then wrapping around her body, making a automatic grapple attempt. So, scene B, there we go. James has dropped again. I believe he just got you. He did. So the tendril wraps around Mayowen's waist and bow as well, causing her to be grappled. Conditions. Grapple.
Does that do any damage, or is it just a crap?
Oh, it did damage to you as well. It did 8 points of damage to you. The blow. Grappled. And I believe grappled on him as well. Okay, Aisha.
It's dying.
She is dying. Terrible. In fact,
Right.
Siren didn't get that dance.
Ah. We will.
You don't get flanking now because Maewyn is grappled.
Oh. Fine, if you're going to be like that.
I am.
I don't need it. Ah, my God, I don't either. Take that, bully. Oh, and I'll finish my go.
I know. Well, we will pause momentarily while James gets back. Yay, we're back. James has just returned. There were problems with Newcastle internet. Because, you know, Newcastle, second rate place. They've got mice running around in little wheels over there. That's how their internet works. And we also had a conversation while we were away stating that our next game will be in January. So we have had that chat and that's been confirmed. Okay, back to the game. Arvin has his action now, which is pretty much why we paused.
Okay. Well, I think I'll just because
Oh, you want me to share it with you?
Grappled.
if you can find it faster than I can find it.
Voila.
Voila. All right. Well, I suppose I'll move. Oh, we've grappled him. What have we done, people, while I haven't been here?
Maewyn,
Maewyn a lot of tongue kiss.
Maywin fired 2 arrows into Aisha's chest and took her down. Then Aldrin lashed out with his longsword and hit me, and then he grappled me with his tentacle and my bow.
All right. Well, I'll step in there and I'll attack.
Cut him down, mate. Find your aim.
or not.
He
Alden,
did. He hit Aisha.
Alden would be quite happy for you not to cut him down, especially seeing the only one that looks like Alden at the moment is Thaven.
That looks like 2 hits.
Does.
That much damage.
Ow.
And that much damage.
Wow.
Wow.
As you chop Alden into 2 neat halves.
But the tentacle's still got a.
Tentacle might be a little limp now.
Wow. Okay, so you have dispatched the confusing pair. Their bodies lay at your feet.
Search him.
They hold nothing but the long sword that were in their weird shaped hands.
Are they magical?
Got to detect.
No.
Fine. Let's go look at my new house.
Let's search for the list. Maybe they've already come and gave it to these 2 imposters.
Oh. Do we know what sort of creatures these things were? Can I make any
Yes.
sort of
They
inquiry?
were faceless stalkers.
No, you don't know that. Your characters don't anyway. Your players know that.
Oh, sorry.
Faceless stalkers, what type of creatures are they? Will require a knowledge test.
Yes,
Knowledge what?
I don't know, that's why I need to find out what they are. They are... I think it's dungeoneering with that one.
Ooh, I've got
I've
knowledge
got that.
dungeoneering.
Okay. Well, then give me a
Sorry,
roll.
was that a man in the fez told me that they were Zygons.
Bloody idiot. Knowledge dungeoneering Thaven fails horribly.
Yep.
Anybody else trying to work it out?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Presume knowledge the planes isn't going to assist me with these guys, is it?
No. I think the target number is like.
I doubt my knowledge nobility will help me either.
Knowledge nobility, eh? No. There is 10 plus the monsters CR. I don't think they're CR 7.
Rats, I'll have to scratch this great sentence I just wrote.
Yes, yes. Maewyn knows them as faceless stalkers, creatures that are native shape changes. They are. What are they? One of the many tools. No, they're one of the many tools. Well, yes. They're one of the many tools created and discarded by Aboleths in their war with surface dwellers many millennia ago. They would serve as spies and walk uncontested amongst the air-breathing races and feed back that information to the Aboleths.
Nasties. Alright, well, I wonder whether these were the minions that were being sent to talk to Eldern.
And they are also blood drinkers, just quietly.
Blood what?
Blood drinkers.
Ew.
They feast off blood. They have 3 hollow tongues that they stick in helpless victims and suck their blood out.
Eek.
Oh, glad we survived that.
Well, the dice were against them, poor fellas. Okay, so you had a quick look over it. You have a quick discussion about how horrible these creatures are.
Yes. And I suggest we look for the list in case these were the ones, the minions.
Well, she said she would deliver the list. It was we'll probably show up to do it.
Well, they might have already.
Unless these were the
No,
messengers.
she wasn't delivering the list.
I'm going through that door anyway.
Yeah, we're going to go through this door.
Okay, it opens up into sort of like what appears to be a little workroom with a dining table and stuff like that. I have no real idea what that room is. Just quietly.
Well, there's another door, which is all that matters.
Right, take it you're opening this door here, Siron. See, it opens up into a lovely little sitting room with bookshelves and whatnot.
Is there bottles of fine liqueur on the shelves there somewhere?
No.
This is terribly disappointing.
Okay, it's around about that time that Thaven opens up that door, which leads to outside in the garden, the fenced-off garden.
Oh, he's got a garden, and there's a corner down the far end. Go have a peek around.
Okay. Right, you run out into the garden, going tra-la-la-la-la, my secret garden. You can see it has a lovely little patio at the back. Veranda at the front and an old rocking chair.
Siren has a look on the bookshelves. We'll see what types of books are here on display. If there's going to be any more necromancy type work or,
Yeah, no, there's a lot of historical books here. History of Magnimar, sights and sounds of Magnimar, all that sort of stuff.
Call out to Maewyn to get down here and see if she can see any tracks on the grounds.
runs straight through you.
Oh, that's good because I've got a new feat. Track +1. I add half of my level to skill checks. So let's see. Is that
James gone again.
survival?
Tracking. What is tracking?
Survival, isn't it?
I think so, yes.
Uh-oh. We may have lost 2 of the players.
Bloody Newcastle.
Haven't lost me, Libby, as far as I'm aware.
Oh, you're still there. I thought you said bugger. Talk
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, I was talking about James saying that he was effectively out.
Oh, sorry. I'm reading them backwards. In time. Carry on without him if we desire. Well, not too much further, I wouldn't think. What do y'all think?
Oh, look, I'm happy to do a little bit of a quiet explore. Certainly not interested in going into another combat again this evening.
No. It's already 20 to 1.
Yeah.
For me. So Mark, you there? Mark's out too.
No, I'm not. I just realised I had the mute button on. I've been talking for the past 10
Oh.
minutes and nobody's been answering me, and now I know why.
Oh, should I roll survival for?
Roll your survival check. Yeah, I was sitting there telling you, yeah, it is survival that you use for tracking, and then Kevin's telling you, and I'm going, why are you telling her that, Kevin? I've just done it. Yeah. It's because I've been munching on chips, so I've been muting myself. Okay, you have a good look out here. There appears to be very little. In fact, the back doors there, by the way, are boarded up too. There appears to be little to no activity in here, although you do find that there are probably some rabbits or something nearby that have been moving through his garden, but that's the most recent thing, and that's probably been in the past week or so.
So that door, is that building part of his property or is it next door?
Seems to be part of his property. There's a door to it from his garden.
Yeah, but it might be a gate door like that other one probably is.
Could be.
Could be. I'll open it and check.
Okay, you open it up and it goes into like a little shed that has sort of like bundles of wood and some coal and all that sort of stuff.
And then go.
Yeah, that one's definitely a gate door.
Okay. And the paladin can search the final empty room.
Whee! Oh look, it's a bathroom.
Okay, then we go back to.
Those are more dangerous than they seem sometimes.
to the stairway going up, I assume.
Yeah. Although I think we'll leave it at that point.
Yeah.
And we will start it again in the new year. Maybe, maybe not. Libby's excited. Alright, so people of the internet, we're going to go because we've just had shocker run with internet and stuff like that tonight, and we'll see you in the new year. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.